I request everyone to please be seated. The future of emerging markets will not be defined by the growth alone, but how sustainability, innovatively, and inclusively that growth is achieved. Namaste and good morning, everyone. It is a great honor and privilege to warmly welcome you all to this highly significant and timely multidisciplinary international conference, STEM SIP 2026, centered on the theme Sustainable Transformation, Empowering the Emerging Markets through Smart Innovation and Inclusive Policies. Today's conference is being organized by the Research and Development Committee and the Institute Innovation Council IIC under the aegis of IQAC MIMT, being held on 17th and 18th of April 2026 in a hybrid mode. It brings together participants, scholars, and experts from across the globe. We are living in a time where economic growth alone is no longer sufficient. What truly matters is how sustainable, inclusive, and resilient that growth is. Emerging markets, which are the driving force of the global economy, face unique challenges such as climate change, resource constraint, inequality, and technological gaps. In this context, this conference serves as a vital platform to bring together the global thought leaders, academicians, policymakers, and industry experts, fostering the interdisciplinary dialogues and collaborations. It aims to promote research driven solutions to real world challenges while effectively bridging the gap between academia, industry, and governance. First and the foremost, I would like to welcome the guest of honor for today's conference. First, Ms. Dina Dekshi, Diplomat of Science and Technology, Embassy of Hungary, New Delhi. Let's have a huge round of applause for Ms. Dina Dekshi. The another guest of honor that we have with us, Mr. Glenn Fawcett, Executive Director of Lotus Outreach International. Let's have a huge round of applause for Mr. Glenn. I would also like to express our sincere gratitude in welcoming our visionary management, Dr. Atul Mangal, Chairman MGI, Dr. Ayush Mangal, Vice Chairman MGI, and Dr. Prerna Mangal, Executive Director MGI, whose support has always been us together. We are also pleased to welcome our eminent guest speakers. Firstly, I would like to welcome Mr. Mikhail Ponster, First Secretary, Embassy of Russia, BRICS Liaison Officer. Let's have a huge round of applause for Mr. Mikhail Ponster. Along with him, we have Dr. Ajay Kumar, Research Adjunct Faculty at Lincoln University College, Malaysia. Let's have a huge round of applause for Mr. Ajay. Along with him is Ms. Mariam Masood One, academician, Kawara State Polytechnic, Nigeria. Let's have a huge round of applause for Ma'am as well. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to some of our esteemed guests who are going to join us virtually. So we are delighted to have with us today Ms. Hongmei He, General Manager at Shenzhen University Technology, China. Now, once again, welcome all and thank you for being the part of this transformative international conference. I wish you all a fruitful and enlightening international conference ahead. We will now move for our traditional auspicious lamp lighting ceremony, a tribute to Ma Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge. Mother, we pray for your blessings with all humility. Give us the wisdom to make this world a better place. May all the humans live in harmony with nature and other forms of life. May the truth prevail and may the darkness of ignorance be swept away by the dawn of self-realization. And to do the honors, I request all the admirable dignitaries, distinguished guests, to kindly join us for Saraswati Vandana and lamp lighting. या शुद्धवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसारपरमा आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणापुस्तकधारिणीम्. Thank you so much, everyone. I request everyone to please be seated, and I request all the dignitaries and esteemed guests to take their respective seats at the dais. Thank you so much, everyone, once again. In Indian tradition, the Tulsi sapling holds a special place as a symbol of purity, prosperity, and growth. It represents our respect and admiration for those who inspire and nurture us. And for that, I request Dr. Ayush Mangal, Vice Chairman MGI, to present a Tulsi sapling to Miss Jaina Dekshi. Let's have a huge round of applause for her. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I request Dr. Ruchika Gupta, Director MIMT, to present a Tulsi sapling to Mr. Glenn Fawcett. Let's have a huge round of applause for Mr. Glenn Fawcett. Thank you so much, sir. Now I request Dr. Ajay Pratap Singh, Director IQSE, to present a Tulsi sapling to Dr. Ajay Kumar. Let's have a huge round of applause for Ajay sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now I request Mr. Amit Srivastav, VP Admissions and Marketing, to present a Tulsi sapling to Ms. Mariam Masood. Let's have a huge round of applause for ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I request Dr. Meenakshi Sharma, Associate Director, MIMT, to present a Tulsi sapling to Mr. Mikhail Ponster. Let's have a huge round of applause for sir as well. And we would also like to present a Tulsi sapling. I request again Meenakshi ma'am to present a Tulsi sapling to the attache of Mr. Mikhail Ponster. So I request Mr. Abigail to kindly come up on the stage and receive a Tulsi sapling. Let's have a huge round of applause for Mr. Abigail. Thank you so much, sir. Now I request Dr. Abhay N. Tripathi, Associate Director, BCA Department, to present a Tulsi sapling to Honorable Vice Chairman, Sir, Dr. Ayush Mangal. Let's have a huge round of applause for Ayush Mangal, sir. Now I request again Vice Chairman, Sir, Dr. Ayush Mangal, to kindly present the Tulsi sapling to Mr. Jitendra Kumar, President of JECX Foundation India and the former coordinator for BRICS International. Let's have a huge round of applause for Mr. Jitendra Kumar. Thank you so much, everyone, once again. We welcome you again. Now, moving ahead, let me introduce you to the organization. Mangalmay Institute of Management and Technology is one of the premier A-grade NAC accredited institutions established in the year 2002 with a prime focus on innovation, excellence, and nurturing global leaders for a sustainable future. This accreditation signifies our commitment to excellence in education and overall development, showcasing the dedication for providing the top-notch education and providing the holistic growth of our students. It serves as a validation for the Institute's relentless pursuit for academic excellence and continuous improvement. We incorporate knowledge, industry experience, research, and international exposure to offer the comprehensive educational program to the students. Eminent faculty members of the institutions leave no stone unturned when it comes to expand the horizons. Now, moving forward, at this juncture, I would also like to mention our publication partners, Bloomsbury and Ojha Publication. Let's have a huge round of applause for our publication partners for the international conference. Also, we would like to mention our sponsors, Duke BioVitals, JACS, Tirubhavan University, Kalinga University, and Beyond Imagination. Your support is truly appreciated. Now, moving forward, we are delighted to have with us Dr. Ruchika Gupta, Director, Mangalmay Institute of Management and Technology, an accomplished academician with over 2 decades of experience with more than 100 research publications, 37 copyrights, 6 patents, and several authored books. Her scholarly impact is remarkable. She is a certified trainer of the Social Innovation Generation program by HEC Montreal and profound receipt of accolades like Women Empowerment Award and the Best Professor in the Information Technology. Ma'am, we are truly honored to have you with us. I request Dr. Ruchika Gupta to kindly come forward and say a few words for this international conference. Let's have a huge round of applause for Dr. Ruchika Gupta, Director.
Thank you, Mr. Nadi. Honorable Chairman, sir, Honorable Vice Chairman, sir, on the dais, Honorable Executive Director, ma'am, distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, my fellow colleagues, participants, and our dear students. A very good morning to all. It is my privilege to warmly welcome you all to the International Conference on Sustainable Transformation, Empowering Emerging Markets Through Smart Innovation and Inclusive Policies. On behalf of Mangalmay Institute of Management and Technology, I extend my heartfelt greetings to all our distinguished guests present here and those joining us virtually from across the globe. We are living in a transformative era where emerging markets are playing a crucial role in shaping the future of global development. However, this growth must be sustainable, inclusive, and driven by innovation. While opportunities are immense, challenges such as inequality, climate vulnerability, and technological gaps continue to demand our focused attention. So, this conference provides a valuable platform for academicians, the industry experts, the policymakers, and researchers to come together, exchange ideas, and explore solutions. The theme of the conference highlights the importance of leveraging smart innovation and inclusive policies to ensure that development benefits all sections of society while preserving resources for future generations. At Mangalmay, we are committed to fostering academic excellence and meaningful research that contributes to societal progress. We hope this conference will inspire insightful discussions, encourage collaborations, and generate actionable outcomes. So I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our management, organizing committee members, the faculty, the staff, and the student volunteers for their tireless efforts in bringing this conference to life. Together, let us explore, learn, and co create a vision for a sustainable future. Once again, I welcome you all and I wish you a thought provoking and enriching experience throughout the conference. So, may God bless each one of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable words. Now, moving forward to inaugurate this gathering of global minds, we are deeply honored to welcome our guest of honor, Ms. Diana Dekshi, the diplomat for Science and Technology, Embassy, Hungary, New Delhi. Ms. Diana is a distinguished legal and policy expert with extensive experience in international relations, space communications, and regulatory governance. She graduated from the Faculty of Law at Utrecht Lorand University in 1998 and began her professional journey working with the government of Hungary across various ministries. Alongside her professional commitments, she pursued the advanced academic qualification, earning the second degree in the international relations with a specialization in European Union from the predecessor of the Institute of Convents University of Budapest in 2001, followed by the master's degree in law with a specialization in legal drafting from Etoos Leonard University in 2006. In 2016, Ms. Diana joined the National Media and Info Communication Authority as an expert in the space communications, where she effectively integrated her professional responsibilities with the research in the field. Over the years, she has represented Hungary in several prominent international satellite organizations, including ITSO, IMSO, and so on. Notably, she served as the chair of UTESL IGO Advisory Committee from 2020 to 2024, demonstrating her leadership and expertise in global space governance. In 2021, she has been the member of International Institute of the Space Law and simultaneously commenced her PhD studies at Ludovica University in Public Services in Hungary, further strengthening her academic and research profile. May I now invite Ms. Diana on the podium to deliver the opening remarks. Over to you, ma'am. Let's have a huge round of applause for Ms. Diana.
So much. Um, Dear Mr. Ayush Mangala sir, dear Ruchika Gupta, Director, here Meenakshi Sharma, Associate Director, distinguished guests, dear students, ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar. I'm very happy and really honored to be here and in India, in a nation where it's just not emerging anymore. It is a developed country already, not the country which many think that it is, the land of the mammoths and the snake charmers. As we discussed here, the sustainable transformation, we're talking about the defining challenge of our generation, not just ours, but the upcoming generation, which are the students here. For decades, the global north followed the grow now, clean up later model. But for the nation of 1.4 million people, that path is not just unsustainable, it's impossible. India today is an emerging market, providing that we are not need to follow the old map. We have to draw a new map. In many boardrooms, people think that the policy of we can afford to be green are still developing. The right answer is we cannot afford to be not green anymore. All green economy was a luxury for many. In a new economy, smart innovation makes it possible to not seen as to be green as a luxury. It's an ultimate efficiency tool. Whether it is reducing cost of the solar power, where India has shown a wonderful sorry, show the world leading ambition and using AI for optimized logistics, sustainability, and the most competitive business strategy is available to us. And also there is an experience of leapfrogging from India. India was a power of that for many decades already. Think of the telecom revolution. I came from a telecom background, being a satellite expert myself, and India was the only nation which didn't wait for the copper wires to reach every village. It jumped straight to 4G and 5G. So India knows how to bridge a huge gap, which the nation already experienced. Today, we see the same leapfrogging in energy and finance. Through the UPI system, all India teaches all the world how to bring together the banking and financing systems. And also there is the smart innovation of India. So if you do, most of the innovations what we see is digitalizing the world around us, and India is leading that way. Most of the innovation reduce travel costs, emissions, and also the transformations that no one ever before believed to be. I wanted to share a small story from Hungary, as I came from Hungary. It's a small developed country, only 10 million people, and the size of its capital is almost like Agra, so it's a very small country. But we have a heart for innovators and innovations. As you may know, that the computer, as you know it, was designed by a famous Hungarian, John Wyman, who invented the computer in the US, but his studies were conducted in Hungary. And also, the ballpoint pen was invented by a Hungarian. So inventions for us are the main thing and our greatest resource. Recently, we also faced a crisis of water management in our agricultural heartlands, and we had to face the question how to irrigate our fields effectively. A group of young Hungarian engineers came with an idea of smart irrigation system. It uses smart imagery and the local ground sensors to tell the farmer exactly where to water the plants to the millimeter. But there's a crucial part, sensors are very expensive, and the government realizing that and realizing also that only the very rich landowners can afford these sensors uh, stepped in and implemented inclusive policies subsidizing these sensors for small cooperatives and creating a small common data cloud. The result of it was saving 30% of the irrigation water from Hungary. I think it's a fair share. Now imagine this share applied to India. How much water can be preserved with this kind of technology and the subsidization of the government as well. And if we save water, it's also secure the food supply at least for 6 months for the whole nation. So this is how a small European group of engineers could create a change in the global world. So as we talk about innovation and sustainability, probably there should be another thing I should mention, the International Solar Alliance as one of the major innovation drivers in India. It is an Indian proposed organization, and it's also provided wonderful solutions for nations who struggle with energy sectors, and also provided wonderful subsidies and transformation processes for other nations as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to keep short. We started a living crossroads, and the world around us is not the same as it was before. It changed a lot. And emerging markets are today the sustainable superpowers of tomorrow. Now we have to face one thing, and India, I think, is in a great shape for that. Not just import technology, but individualizing it. Don't speak about profit. Seek purpose for your innovations, and never let innovation fall in the world's elite. Let's build a future where smart cities isn't about glass and concrete buildings, but about clean air, inclusive streets, and dignity of life for every citizen. The road of sustainable climate starts here in this room with your courage and your visions. I wish you a wonderful conference and exchanging wonderful ideas. Dhanyavad.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your words of wisdom and actually highlighting the importance of policy making and the innovation that we as a country require. And as truly mentioned by ma'am, together we can actually bring a global change. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your. Now, moving forward, we are elated to introduce Mr. Glenn Fawcett, the Executive Director of Lotus Outreach International. Mr. Glenn has been leading impactful social development initiatives for over 7 years. He has played a pivotal role in establishing and strengthening the local civil society organization in India and Cambodia, while designing and managing a diverse portfolio for strategic development programs. His work is deeply rooted in the principles of social justice with a strong focus on ensuring the equitable access to education and addressing the systematic challenges related to poverty. Under his leadership, programs have been developed to be sustainable, cost effective, and community driven, with an emphasis on local governance and long term impact. He has also been actively involved in the donor communication and fundraising, effectively amplifying the program visibility through compelling storytelling, photography, and videography. With extensive experience in the field-based monitoring and evaluation, Mr. Fawcett prioritizes the building strong partnership, empowering the grassroots initiatives, and fostering the collaborative approaches to development. He remains committed to driving the systematic change and creating meaningful opportunities for undeserved communities. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Glenn Fawcett on the podium. Let's have a huge round of applause for Mr. Glenn.
Respected dignitaries, distinguished guests, esteemed faculty members, dear delegates, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you can understand my accent. It's a little bit Australian, not so easy to get sometimes. Is it okay? Yeah. Excellent. So it's actually a great honor for me to be part of this prestigious international conference centered on the theme sustainable transformation, empowering emerging markets through smart innovation and inclusive policies. This theme reflects an urgent need in our times to build economies that are not only strong, but also inclusive and environmentally responsible. Emerging markets today hold immense potential. With young talent, digital growth, and entrepreneurial spirit, these markets are transforming rapidly. However, sustainable transformation requires more than growth. It requires smart innovation that uses technology wisely and inclusive policies that ensure opportunities reach every section of society. At this moment, I'd like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to the esteemed management of Mangalmay Institute of Management and Technology. It's very kind of them to invite me for this conference of dialogue, learning, and global collaboration. Their commitment to value-based education, innovation, and industry-oriented learning is truly commendable. Let's also remember that sustainable transformation is not just a goal, but a shared responsibility. Together, through smart innovation and inclusive policies, we can empower emerging markets and build a future that's prosperous, equitable, and sustainable for generations to come. While I'm sure that there are going to be many excellent initiatives emerging from this conference, since I come from a field-based social development background, I'd also like to briefly share with you what I feel are some of the most important challenges to inclusive development, and for which I think there is an urgent need to leverage smart innovation and inclusive policies towards solutions, and which I frame here as sustainable development goals. Education. Does anybody know what is a sustainable development goal? Do we know what they are? Anybody? Everybody? Nobody. Okay. Sustainable development goals. There's 17 of them. They've been created at the UN level. These goals have hundreds of key performance indicators which have been monitored between 2015 and 2013 through all areas of health, education, environment, etc. Everything that's meaningful in terms of human development is being mapped by these 17 goals. So I would encourage you to have a look at them because they're very, very interesting, and they give us a way to look at what needs to be done most and how we're going to do that and how it's being managed, how we're getting there through monitoring the performance indicators. So for me, education is the sustainable development goal 4. Okay, so that is one of the most important goals for me and for all of us, I think. You know, inclusive quality education is a big challenge. Right? We've got millions of schools across India, and in the remote and the rural areas, education is not being delivered equally. There's not equality. Okay, so this is a big challenge for us, and for people like you guys who are going to be designing things, apps, technology, ways to achieve education for all, right? Universal education, that's our goal in terms of SDG 4. Universal education, quality education for all, which is not happening across huge swathes of India. Right? So it's a big job in front of us, and we need to approach it with great energy and endeavor. So, excuse me. So in my work, what I found is that the teacher, and you know from a lot of evidence, that the teacher is the central, most important thing in school. So how do we ensure that we have good quality teaching in every school? So we need to be able to monitor that. So things like smart apps and technology, smart screens, ways to monitor whether children are being taught, how they're being taught, how they're being taught effectively, ways to ensure that teachers are enabled. We're helping them. We're training them. All of those challenges are there with us today. So if they come out of college, they need also help when they get into the field, into some remote school somewhere. So that's one of the most important things that we have to deal with. And I hope that you can be inspired by this and some other examples I've given today to kind of develop your energy toward creating these kind of sustainable outcomes which are inclusive, which means that we want all children right across the country. I don't have much time, unfortunately, but China in the 70s and 80s decided that they were going to give all of their children education up to year 12. Now, they had a great leap forward after they educated all of their children right across the country up to year 12. They prepared them to be able to take on higher levels of work, to be able to do vocational trainings they otherwise wouldn't have been able to. And that was an amazing thing they did. So we can learn from that. That's something we can do. I think also there's a global benchmark of 4 to 6% of GDP that needs to be spent by the government to achieve universal free and compulsory education. The Indian government has been investing 2.7%, right, for many, many, many years. So we need to up that. We need to lobby for that. We need to say that's not enough. We need to know what is being actually spent on education and what we should be spending on education. In Australia in 1948, we decided to create universal education, and now everybody in that country is properly educated and has educational opportunities. I think in Australia. So lobbying and awareness needed to increase public investment in education. That's a really big one. Okay, so the second thing I want to talk about is women's workforce participation. And we have people, we hire people who come in, to help coach the people who, kind of all those people who cook out food and they look after our houses and all of that. They have a lot of difficulties with being able to get out of the house because they've got children to look after. Now, in the 60s and 70s in the US, what they did to emancipate women and enable the goal of women's workforce participation, which is Sustainable Development Goal 5 and 8, enabled to emancipate them from the triple burden of childcare, elder care, and housework, which continues today. They created a whole raft of access to childcare support systems. Okay, so community childcare centres, workplace creation, subsidised childcare, and childcare which enables education and employment, so that they can leave their home and they can get employed. So we hear a lot about gender equality, gender participation, and all of that. So if we have women still stuck in the home, then we need to be able to emancipate them from that. In order to do that, we need to have public goods, and we also have to have smart technologies. And this is a market. It's also it's a job opportunity. It's an employment opportunity. It's a whole new market because if we create creches which are then taught by the people who live in the villages, people who live in the resettlement colonies, if we do that, then there'll be jobs, lots of employment, and that will be that will be a job which is paid for. Right? Because they're going to work, they work. When they're free to work, they have salaries. So this is like, I think, a really tremendous opportunity for us to develop opportunities for women to be in the workforce, and at the same time, which will have an extraordinary flow-on impact on our society and on our economies as well. So I do have a lot to talk about, and I hope at some time I'm probably not on my time now, but and I can go on all night really, all day if you like. But I think that'll do for now, and I just want to again thank the establishment for inviting me here. I can't emphasize enough the importance of conferences like this that aim for sustainable transformation and the leveraging and shaping of emerging markets for innovation and policy with a sharp focus on socially inclusive development. I again extend my thanks and congratulations to the leadership at Mangalmay Institute of Management Technology for initiating this conference with inclusive development at its heart, and best wishes for the remainder of the conference.
Thank you so much, sir, for these insightful words that you have shared with us. And very elaborately, but in very brief, you have mentioned the importance of sustainable development goals. And not to mention, it's our job to provide you the quality education. And very important thing that sir has mentioned is women workforce participation. And so you are the future. You need to come forward and do something for our future. Thank you so much, sir, once again. Now, moving forward, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce Ms. Hongpei He, the General Manager of Gizu Zinc Genshin Technology Company Limited, China. So, ma'am will be joining us virtually, but I take this opportunity to introduce her. Ms. Hongmei brings over 15 years of rich interdisciplinary experience spanning higher education, artificial intelligence, big data analytics, enterprise innovation, and software development. Her work reflects a strong integration of academic research with industrial practice, particularly in the application of AI and data science in the real world scenarios. Her research interest includes the artificial intelligence, which leading to the focus on Chinese agriculture product data system in the field of higher education. She has made a significant contribution to the teaching and talent development by designing the industry-oriented curricula and mentoring the students who have achieved recognition in national and provincial innovation competitions. Ms. He continues to play a vital role in advancing the interdisciplinary research and strengthening the connection between academia and industry at both national and international level. We are pleased to share that ma'am will be joining us virtually despite the geographical distances. Her presence truly reflects the global spirit of this conference. Let's welcome Ms. Hongmei Hei with a huge round of applause.
Hello everyone, I'm Ko Hongmei, also known as Nancy, lecturer at Guizhou Normal University, China. It's a pleasure to be part of STEAM SIIP 2026 organized by Mangalmay Institute of Management Technology, Greater Noida, India. I would like to sincerely appreciate the management and the entire organization team for their dedication and efforts in bringing together such a meaningful international platform. Organize an event of this scale require vision, coordination, and consentment, and it's truly commendable. What makes the conference particularly significant in its focus on sustainable transformation through innovation and inclusive. In today's rapid changing world, it's important that development is not only driven by technology, but also guided by responsibility and fairness. Events like this encourage to reflect, collaboration, and explore new ideas that can contribute to both academic growth and real-world impact. As educators and researchers, we have a shared responsibility to contribute toward building solutions that are practical, inclusive, and sustainable for future generations. I hope this conference inspires thoughtful discussions, new insights, and meaningful collaborations among all participants. Thank you, and I wish the conference a great success.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for connecting with us. And as truly mentioned by ma'am, technology should be guided by sustainability. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, moving forward, it's a privilege to introduce Mr. Mikhail Ponster, First Secretary, Embassy of Russia, BRICS Liaison Officer. Mr. Mikhail plays a key role in diplomatic engagements and international cooperation. As a BRICS liaison officer, he is actively contributes to strengthening the multilateral relations among BRICS nations and facilitating the dialogue, policy coordination, strategic collaboration across economic, political, and cultural domains. With strong expertise in international relations and diplomacy, he is committed to fostering the global partnership and promoting the mutual growth and development. Now, I request Mr. Mikhail Monster to kindly, so sorry, is there on the dais. Let's have a huge round of applause for Mr. Mikhail Monster.
Thank you very much. Dear friends, Namaste. It's a great honor and pleasure for me as first secretary of the Russian Embassy in New Delhi and a member of Russia BRICS team to address you today on sustainable transformation through youth-led innovation. This year, BRICS celebrates its 20th anniversary. Since its establishment in 2006, the grouping has come a long way. It has more than doubled in size now and grown into a full-fledged strategic partnership of like-minded countries. Today, BRICS brings together nations that represent nearly half of the world's population and a significant share of the global economy. What makes BRICS truly special is its spirit, openness, solidarity, mutual respect for sovereign equality, and the principle of consensus. We do not create divisions. Instead, we focus on practical, mutually beneficial solutions to the real challenges facing our countries and the world, from economic development and security to climate change and sustainable growth. This approach builds trust and contributes to a more just and multipolar world order. From January 1st, 2026, India has assumed the BRICS chairship with the inspiring theme Building for Resilience, Innovation, Cooperation, and Sustainability, and a truly people-centered vision. This theme resonates strongly with Russia's priorities, and we fully support India's energetic leadership this year and the desire to promote cooperation across three major domains: policy and security, economy and finance, and humanitarian conflicts. In today's world, the global economy faces serious challenges: rising instability, protectionism, unilateral measures, and disruptions in traditional trade and financial systems. In this context, BRICS offers a different, more inclusive path. Through joint efforts in trade, finance, infrastructure, and climate action, we are creating resilient and fair mechanisms for development that benefit all our nations. Russia is actively contributing to this process by promoting practical initiatives such as the BRICS Cross-Border Payment Initiative, BRICS Clear Reinsurance Mechanism, the new investment platform, and the BRICS Trade Exchange. These projects help reduce excessive dependence on external systems and strengthen the economic security and independence of our countries. Yet, the true future of BRICS lies with its youth. We strongly believe that young people are not just the leaders of tomorrow. They are already active architects of today's international environment. That is why youth cooperation remains one of Russia's highest priorities within BRICS. BRICS offers many dynamic platforms for young talents. The BRICS Young Scientists Forum and the BRICS Young Innovators Prize bring together researchers and entrepreneurs under 40 to share breakthrough ideas, compete for grants, and develop real solutions, from artificial intelligence for smart, sustainable cities to biotechnology for food security and digital tools for environmental monitoring. A flagship initiative is the BRICS Youth Energy Summit. Every year, young experts from all BRICS countries jointly prepare the BRICS Youth Energy Outlook, a practical document with recommendations on renewable energy, just energy transition, sustainable financing, and how to balance environmental goals with the real development needs of our societies. The upcoming 8th BRICS Youth Energy Summit in India later this year will give you a direct opportunity to shape the energy future of BRICS. We also maintain a comprehensive youth fair. Every year we organize the BRICS Youth Summit and the meeting of ministers responsible for youth policy. The BRICS Youth Council, operating since 2023, provides strategic coordination. Under the updated Memorandum of Understanding, we are advancing cooperation in 10 priority areas that closely align with India's 2026 chairship theme. Russia has the honor of coordinating the track on education, professional training, and skills development. As part of this track, together with the BRICS Women's Business Alliance, we run the BRICS International Youth Mentoring Program. This program offers young entrepreneurs and specialists mentorship for experienced professionals, internships, workshops, and the chance to present their projects at major international events, including the World Youth Festival that will take place in Yekaterinburg in September 2026. Other important platforms include the BRICS International School and the INTE-YES International Youth Forum, the Volunteer Conference BRICS to You, and the BRICS Young Diplomats Forum. All these mechanisms create accessible pathways for young people like you, whether your passion lies in scientific research, clean energy solutions, startup ventures, policy innovation, or cross-cultural dialogue. We all place great value on people-to-people diplomacy. The public association BRICS, World of Traditions, and especially the program Peoples of BRICS Choose Life, together with the project Great Teachers of BRICS, promotes spiritual and moral values, cultural exchange, and mutual understanding. These initiatives beautifully combine respect for historical memory with a forward-looking vision. From book donations and peace allies to university partnerships and cultural centers, they form the living foundation of friendship and trust that makes BRICS cooperation truly meaningful. I sincerely invite every one of you to actively engage with the opportunities that BRICS provides. Bring your innovative ideas in smart technologies, green economy, climate action, inclusive growth, and skills development. Your youth-led innovations can deliver real impact for billions of people across our countries. Through your creativity and energy, we will make sustainable transformation a living reality, building economies that are greener and smarter, societies that are fairer and more inclusive, and a shared future that is more resilient and prosperous for all. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you so much, sir, for actually highlighting the significance of BRICS and how it is actually achieving the sustainability, innovation, and cooperation among the nations. And very important thing that sir has mentioned that young people need to be active to bring real solutions and be the part of the youth summit that is organized by BRICS. And very important, let's all work together, the greener and the smarter society. Thank you so much, sir, once again. Now, moving forward, we are grateful to have with us Dr. Ajay Kumar, Research Adjunct Faculty at Lincoln University College, Malaysia. Dr. Ajay Kumar is an accomplished academician and a researcher in the field of computer science and engineering. He holds BE, ME, PhD degrees along with a postdoctoral qualification from Lincoln University College, Malaysia, 2026. He has a rich academia and industry experience, having previously served as the lecturer at Gosho Normal University, China, and worked as a data scientist at NDC in Hosur, Mumbai. He has also contributed to the EdTech sector as the mentor IT academic at the iNurture Education Institution Private Limited, Bangalore. Dr. Kumar completed his PhD in Computer Science and Engineering from DIT University, Dehradun. He earned his ME in Software Engineering from Birla Institute of Technology, BIT, Misra, and his BE in Information Technology Science Engineering from Mysore. His research interest includes artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, computer vision, and natural language processing, health informatics, nature-inspired algorithms, and programming languages. With over 17 years of teaching and research experience, he possesses strong expertise in C programming, Java, Python, and so on. Dr. Kumar has actively contributed to academia and institutional development through research, mentoring, and administrative roles. He has guided numerous postgraduate and undergraduate students and has published over 38 research papers in reputed journals. He holds 4 patents at both national and international level in the field of computer science. Additionally, he has been instrumental in organizing seminars, FDPs, and expert sessions in collaborations with the institutes like IIT Roorkee, IBM, and Infosys. So now I request Sir to kindly come forward and take the podium and highlight the importance of today's international conference. Let's have a huge round of applause for Dr. Ajay Kumar.
Thank you so much for this warm welcome. Thank you guys. Honorable Chairman Sir, Honorable Vice Chairman Sir, respected dignitaries, delegates on the dais, eminent speakers, dear faculty members and students. Good morning everyone. It's a great pleasure to be here in the conference on sustainable transformation empowering emerging market through smart innovation and inclusive policies. Since we are living in the information era and looking for something innovation so that our life becomes easier, such as robot. Can we have a robot in our life? Yes, because of this innovation, we are having robot in our life also. And since I am from the information background, we can go for all LM model like ChatGPT, Cloud 8, Gemini, Copilot, etc. But at certain stage, all these technologies have a dark side of effect in our life. For example, our private life becomes public life. Everything, whatever we know the information about ourselves, we are putting everything on a social media post. That is a dangerous once upon a time. I request you all that keep your life private if you love yourself. Otherwise, this information era will not leave you behind after a certain age of time. Since your profile is public, anyone can access your private life. We are motivated to do innovation, and at the same time, we are bounded with the policies and ethics also. We cannot do everything like what we want. There are certain policies and also ethics. We should follow everything. We should not forget that we live we live here and the society make us live also. As Mr. Glenn said about SDG, Sustainable Development Goals, framed by WHO USA, the goals are total number of 17. And when I was working with Malaysia in our research work, our goal aligned with three number of goals, 3, 9, and 11. And my area was healthcare domain using information like computer science. So how can we collaborate in terms of research in other area? Although we are from computer background, still we can go with the healthcare domain, we can go for the marketing domain, we can go for the financial domain. So there are n number of domain, but we should follow all these SDG, Sustainable Development Goals around. So not much more time I will take. At the bottom line, we strive for the innovation and should be continued throughout our life. Thanks to Mangalmay Institute of Management Technology and have a great wishes for the conference to succeed. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. And as mentioned by sir, we should be bound by the policies and the ethics which guide us throughout. Now, moving forward, I would like to request Ms. Mariam Masood, OIN for academician from Kawara State Polytechnic, Nigeria, to kindly come forward and say a few words of appreciation. Let's have a huge round of applause for Ms. Mariam.
Hello everyone, distinguished guests, respected faculties, esteemed colleagues and participants. It is an honor to address this conference on sustainable development, a theme that reflects the urgent need to align economic growth with environmental protection and social equity. I recognize that emerging markets, including access to infrastructure, particularly Nigeria, where I come from, face persistent challenges such as environmental degradation, unreliable energy, unreliable energy supply, and widening socio-economic gaps. As such, in Nigeria, these tools of emerging technologies has helped to enhance oil detection, deforestation tracking, flood risk assessments, and access to solar energy, while supporting climate, smart agriculture, and noble yield improvements. Ultimately, achieving lasting impact requires strong institutions, investment in digital infrastructure, accessible data, and effective public collaboration. Sustainable development is not just a vision, it is a collaborative effort that requires you and me in partnership to achieve the uh, intended goal of sustainable development. It is an honor and a privilege to be part of this noble conference, to be able to meet my esteemed delegates from across the globe. I'm really honored by the organizing committee for such a wonderful opportunity. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your words. Now we move ahead with the address of our esteemed conference chairperson, Dr. Meenakshi Sharma, Associate Director, MIMT. Dr. Meenakshi Sharma has been the guiding force behind this conference, and it is indeed an honor to invite her to unveil the proceedings and share her valuable insights regarding international conference. Let's have a huge round of applause for Dr. Meenakshi Sharma.
Very good morning, everyone. It's my great privilege as the conference chairperson to welcome you all to this international conference on sustainable transformation and empowering emerging markets through smart innovation and inclusive policies. We are honored to have such a memorable gathering of academicians, industry experts, and leaders with us today. I extend a warm welcome to our visionary management members, delegates from the dais, faculty members, researchers, participants, and dear students. This two-day conference is thoughtfully structured with six parallel tracks, each focusing on the different thematic areas. We are delighted to have esteemed session chairs from different domains who will be joining and leading these tracks in both online and offline modes. This conference brings together diverse and interconnected themes aimed at addressing the challenges and opportunities in emerging markets. The theme of sustainable transformation is supported by several important sub-themes such as smart innovation for sustainable development, inclusive growth and social empowerment, sustainable business and green economy, education, skills and human capital development such as each of these areas reflects our shared commitment to fostering innovation and sustainability in broader landscape. I am pleased to share that we have received an overwhelming responses to our call for papers with a total of 135 submissions from academicians, scholars, and researchers across various domains. After a rigorous peer review process, 84 highly quality papers have been selected by our peer review committee for presentation and publications. It now gives me immense pleasure to announce the unveiling of the conference proceeding, which is a significant milestone of the conference. The proceeding represents a compilation of rigorous research, innovative ideas, and valuable insights contributed by our esteemed authors and scholars. Now, I would like to request our dignitaries to come forward for formal unveiling.
And now, the moment we all have been waiting for has arrived, the release of international conference proceedings. This significant milestone reflects the collective wisdom, research excellence, and global collaboration that defines this conference. The compilation stands as a testament to the intellectual rigor, collaborative spirit, and global perspective shared during this conference. It reflects not just the research, but a collaborative vision towards knowledge, innovation, and progress. It's a great honor to present the revealing of international conference proceeding. Let's have a huge round of applause, everyone, as they unveil the international proceeding. Thank you so much, everyone. I again request all the dignitaries and esteemed guests to kindly come forward. As before we proceed further, we would like to take a moment to appreciate our dedicated faculty members for their remarkable contribution. I request Dr. Ayush, Mr. Glenn, Diana ma'am, kindly come forward for presenting the remarkable contribution certificates to our faculty members. So their continuous efforts, commitment to excellence, and unwavering support have played a crucial role in successful organization of this conference. As a token of our appreciation, we are pleased to present them with certificates in recognition of their valuable contribution. We extend our heartfelt gratitude and congratulate them for their commendable efforts. First, I would like to request Mr. Vipul sir, do we have Vipul sir here? Okay, so moving next, I would request Miss Dolmita ma'am to kindly come up on the stage and accept the remarkable contribution for this international conference. Let's have a huge round of applause for Miss Dolmita. Congratulations, ma'am. Next, I would like to call upon the stage Mr. Dipanshu Yadav for his contribution towards the international conference. Let's have a huge round of applause for Mr. Dipanshu Yadav. And next, very important, I would like to call upon the stage Mr. Vishal Mavi sir. Let's have a huge round of applause for Vishal Mavi sir for actually being part of every activity that is happening in our college. Let's have a huge round of applause for Mr. Vishal Mavi. Next, I would like to call upon the stage Mr. Vipul sir. Please, sir, come forward and accept the certificate for your contribution. Let's have a huge round of applause for Mr. Vipul. Thank you so much, everyone. I request everyone to kindly take their seats at the dais. So before we conclude, we would like to honor our esteemed guest with a token of our appreciation. This gesture is a small token of our immense appreciation for their valuable time and the insightful knowledge they have shared with us today. And for that, I request Dr. Ayush Mangal, Vice Chairman MGI, to present a memento to Miss Dinah Dekshi. Let's have a huge round of applause for Miss Dinah. I know it's a lot of exercise going on. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I request Mr. Glenn Fawcett to kindly come forward and accept the memento, a small token of a memento. Let's have a huge round of applause for Mr. Glenn Fawcett. Thank you so much, sir. Next, I would like to request Mr. Mikhail Ponster kindly come forward, sir, and accept a small token from our side. Let's have a huge round of applause for Mr. Mikhail Ponster. Next, I would like to call upon stage Dr. Ajay Kumar. Let's have a huge round of applause for Dr. Ajay Kumar. So kindly come forward and accept this small token. Thank you so much, sir. Now I request Miss Mariam Masood Onai ma'am to kindly come forward and accept the token of appreciation. I know students, it's the lunch time, but can we have a louder round of applause for everyone? Thank you so much, sir. Now it's my proud privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this momentous occasion as we come to the close of this enriching international conference. First and foremost, I express our heartfelt gratitude to our honorable guests of honors and the esteemed guests for their presence and sharing their valuable insights. I extend my sincere appreciation to all the eminent guest speakers. Your contribution have been added the immense value to this conference and have deepened our understanding of the theme. I would also like to convey our special thanks to our respective uh, visionary management for their constant support, encouragement, and commitment towards academic excellence. I would also acknowledge and appreciate the efforts of the organizing committee members, faculty, volunteers whose dedication and the hard work ensured the seamless execution of this conference. A special word of thanks to all the participants, both offline and virtual, for your enthusiastic involvement, engaging discussions, and valuable research contributions. Your presence has truly made this conference a grand success. Lastly, we are grateful to everyone who has directly or indirectly contributed to making this event a memorable and impactful experience. With this, I conclude the vote of thanks. Thank you once again for being the part of this wonderful academic journey. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Now I request everyone to kindly stand in the honor of our national anthem.
जय गण अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you so much, everyone. I request all the students to please be seated.